Why did you guys choose Atlantic City for this site? It's your only North American performance. Why choose this place?
The beach.
It's close to a beach, so Robin Kirk can surf. No,
surfing.
it's, we did a thing out in San Francisco in December, a Fillmore thing. A lot of members of our fan club, or basically for only members of our fan club, and we try to do these special events and position them in places that are easy for our fans from all over the world to travel to. So obviously East Coast, obviously near, DC, Philly, New York, Boston, Toronto, so on. But obviously you can have a lot of Europeans come over, and you can have a lot of people from the West Coast come here. It's easy, accessible. We played festivals in the past that are, 10 miles down a 2-lane dirt road on a farm, that type of thing. So we've done that experience, and we've heard the complaints. So we wanted to try to put something together in a place with a bit of infrastructure, running water and not just natural electricity, but also real electricity. So it's this seemed like a great place, and there was a show here last year, and there was a show here last weekend. So so it has a little bit of an existing infrastructure. So we're psyched to be here.
How did you guys decide on performing Ride the Lightning and the Black Album?
We did Master of Puppets on the anniversary tour, 4 years ago? Whenever it came out. I'm not good at math. But anyway, 20-year anniversary, playing the Black Album in its entirety. We've just been doing that over in Europe. It's 20-year anniversary. And I guess Ride the Lightning was the other one that we just keep hearing people wanting to hear. And it's another great album to play in its entirety.
I just wanted to ask what the biggest challenge was in revisiting Ride the Lightning.
Has there been a challenge?
There hasn't been too many big challenges I could see.
It's just, it's trying to figure out, just with any of these types of things, the first time you do them in their entirety, it's just try to figure out how to sequence it, how to, you put a little kind of a visual thing together at the front, you try to figure out the way to present it in its best way without being too dramatic or too, cheesy or too self-obsessed or too, backpatting, so it's a lot of the songs on Ride the Lightning, we've obviously have been live staples over the last few decades. Probably between Puppets, which we did 6 years ago, on the Black Album, which we just did, Ride the Lightning may be the easiest one. What we do a lot in Metallica over the years is we kind of change our songs around because we get bored with endings or middle parts, or challenge ourselves to come up with different ways. So when we did Puppets back in the day, we kind of played the album as it was, and it was kind of weird to go back and relearn some of the parts we'd taken out. With the Black Album, it was a little challenging to figure out a couple of those songs, like The Struggle Within and so on, that we'd never played before. But with Ride the Lightning, we just rehearsed it over there for about a half an hour. And so far, that's hasn't been too problematic. But ask me again about 28 hours from now. I'll see if I'll give you a different answer.
You guys have had an extensive career, headlined the biggest festivals in the world, done the drill over and over. But what is the energy like with this one, knowing that it's something that you yourselves have fostered?
Very scary. Hope that people will show up, kind of the thing. I mean, at the end of the day, the cars, the scary house, all the other stuff, that is, accessory items, At the end of the day, it's about the music. People come to a festival for the hang, for the music, hang with their friends, and soak up, hopefully, some different style of music. I think what we've got is we've got the best of different kinds of music. There's quite a few bands on the bill that I'm not a big fan of, but I respect the fact that they're good at what they do. And opening the door for someone who might enjoy that is part of it as well. And we try not to get too caught up in the oh my God, I Google alerted my name and all the crap came up about this and that, and all the haters that are out there. There's plenty of that if you want it, but I think we're going to keep walking forward with a positive mission involved. All the bands that are on this bill, we're proud to have here and want them to have fun and to people to enjoy them. There's a lot of, especially the metal bands, that need the exposure. We think they're good and they need the exposure, and we're kind of doing our best to get them out in front of people. We've been blessed over the 30 years to have built up an amazing family, and we'd like to share some of our family with some of these other bands.